New at 10, a former student at Nicolet High School reveals a painful secret to today's TMJ4. He opens up about being sexually abused by his math teacher.
I was embarrassed. I didn't want anyone to know that I did this. You know, he'll go to hell for what he did.
This man talked with us today, hoping to inspire others to come forward.
He and students say David Johnson abused them back in the 80s.
The district started investigating their former teacher after a complaint 2 years ago. Casey Geraldo joins us now with more.
The man we spoke to asked us to hide his identity because he hopes he can move on after today. But first, he wanted to share his story and his message for parents. This 1980 Nicolet graduate says David Johnson was a highly respected teacher at the school, head of the math department, in charge of 2 popular clubs.
He was this, leader, a figure that was trusted, an authoritative figure, and well known.
So highly respected, when he asked this man to help him with exercises, both he and his parents were happy to be a part of it.
It was this exercise program, and he showed them the sheets that he's going to fill out, and looked all fine, and my parents were like, oh, well, he's taking interest to my boy, right?
The man says he quickly found the exercises strange.
And I just remember, this is the worst part that I'll never forget. He said, now pump your legs and the resistance. Let's see how long you can do that, how fast you can do it in a minute. And he says, let's see if you can go faster.
After months of feeling uncomfortable, the then high school junior confided in his parents.
It's just too weird. And my dad said, well, what do you mean weird? Like how? So I did it on him. I showed him exactly. He goes, well, that's not right. He said, you're not going back.
The man says he's battled guilt and anxiety since this happened.
I wish I would have been brave enough early to do that.
Brave enough to do what Nicolet says a former student did in 2016. That student described a time in 1983 when he says he did the same exercises with Johnson. The district report says an attorney found sexual assault allegations credible. It sparked a conversation between this man and his brother.
My brother, he needed help with math. For David Johnson to come forward and help you, wow. And he didn't want anything in return. He didn't want money. He said, in exchange, you do this exercise program for me to pay back.
The man says he never knew. Reading through the report, which I think you did as well, it talks about people who it sounds like knew, authority figures. How does that sit with you that people knew?
The whole system failed us.
This man sat down with us because he wants people to listen and learn and do better for future generations.
I just want parents to talk to their kids and talk to their schools and youth groups. Make sure you know protocols. Make sure your kids understand what a pedophile is and how smart they are.
The district told us yesterday it will continue its investigation even though Johnson took his own life this week. The superintendent wants to hear from anybody else who feels they were sexually assaulted.
Thank you, Casey. We do have information on how to contact the Nicolet superintendent on our website, as well as more from our interview with the victim. He describes why he felt guilty after the former teacher's death. Find that on TMJ4.com.